Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast and independent thought. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! You got a joint? No.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're nothing, PJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Yeah! Whoa! This is the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 288.5.
Yeah!
This is a supplemental episode to the Drunken Peasants 288.
Paul's here.
Good evening, everybody.
Paul's here,
Hey,
everybody.
Paul.
Hey, Paul. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm sitting in a wireframe chair, and I broke my mic stand. That's about how I'm doing. How are you guys doing?
It's like a fat kid that sat on his
Way
pudding.
better than
yeah, I know. Just like
I sat on my pudding. I don't even know why that seems applicable, but it does.
God damn it, you shut up.
Shut up, Scotty.
Shut up, TJ.
Shut up, Scotty.
whoa, hey, TJ, you need to back down, son.
No, I won't back down.
Sure about that, TJ? Are you sure?
Yeah.
So, I feel like something should be loaded up, and while it's
You
being
hit that
loaded,
California one time.
yeah.
Excuse me. That's did you see what just happened?
Is it loaded?
I don't know. Is it?
Like Scotty says it is. Hit that shit, you fucking little bitch.
Hit that shit! Hit that shit!
Stop the damn match!
Obi-Wan,
Damn.
don't make me destroy you.
Paul is on another plane.
That wasn't even that great of a hit.
Damn, Paul.
I'm sorry.
What?
I mean, it was all right. I'm not hitting it again. I can't do it. If you guys want me to do the show, then I cannot hit that right now again. I'm not. Look, I'm ready for one Vader. I haven't coughed.
Pathetic.
Whatever.
Let the ledger show that Paul is a pussy.
Paul has refused.
Paul Pussy Pocky. Pocky Pussy Paul.
Oh, fuck you, TJ.
Yeah.
You ruthless pirate of a human being.
I love it.
What the fuck just
This should be the show, dude. From now on. Oh, shit.
That's what I was going
I like
for.
seeing an infinite line of me's.
That way, everyone can see what's going on easily. Okay, so
Sexy.
we're gonna watch this video.
All right, so we should give some context.
go ahead.
Dusty Smith's a retard. Play the video.
That's not even what I was gonna play.
oh, I thought that's the whole reason we were doing this.
Dude, you're an idiot, DJ.
How am I an idiot? The whole reason we came down here and did this is we were supposed to play the Dusty video. That's the whole
true.
fucking auspices.
Fuck you, Dusty. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Dusty, bitch.
Wow.
Bitch.
I thought we were gonna play the Brett video, but I guess we could do Dusty too.
Yeah, dude, Dusty first.
I mean,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
crusty Dusty.
TJ is right about this, Squawk.
I think so.
TJ's right.
Huh?
But yeah, that is how this whole thing started. Was we were supposed to come down here and respond to the Dusty.
yeah, you guys
video.
were in the kitchen being like, TJ, we should go do this fucking response to this.
No, we were in the kitchen having a conversation about the Dusty video, and you were like, "We need to go down and record this." No, you
then
don't
it
try to put
became-
this on us. Like you're like, "I'm just going along with their idea."
I am.
No, it was your idea in the fucking first
You're a
place.
stoned ass, don't remember shit.
No, you know what, dude? I'm pretty high. I'm pretty high, but I can remember what happened.
Can you take me higher?
Hey, it was your idea, dude.
It was not mine.
It was your
All right.
fucking
Here
idea.
it is. Here it is. Here it is, TJ. Here it is.
Yeah.
Ready? All right.
Right.
Hey guys, how you doing? Justin
Hey,
Smith
Dusty.
here. And I just thought I'd do a quick video to talk about how the
What it
alt-right
is.
has taken over the skeptic community.
Damn.
It's kind
For
of sad to
reals?
see, to be honest with you. Remember 4 years ago when the right was like, Obama's a Muslim, he's going to take your guns. Remember all that shit and how he laughed at all of them? Remember how the right was a joke and just fear-mongers and we all laughed at them and didn't take them seriously?
Yeah.
Well, that's
No, that was never the case. There's always been a bunch of right-wing people and a bunch of left-wing people. There's never been a time when, like, right-wingers are just universally laughed at by all.
Yeah, there was a time when there weren't a lot of right wingers around.
Not on the internet. Maybe.
On YouTube.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you YouTube.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh no, more points of view. Scary.
Fast forward 4 years later, and suddenly the alt-right seems to have taken over the skeptic community. You look at a lot of the big
Alt-right.
channels, Sargon, Chris Reagan, Armored Skeptic, hell, even the Amazing Atheists. They seem to be on this alt-right kick lately. For those
No. So Sargon of Akkad, I mean, maybe you could make some sort of alt-right case there because he is, like, supporting Trump and
Well,
shit.
dude, Dusty, we've been talking about this for years and years. I mean, TJ's been talking about this for many years. This has not been like it's more of an issue now, but 5 years ago, everyone wasn't really discussing this or talking about this.
Support Trump does not equal alt-right, is kind of what we're trying to tell you. And if that criteria isn't there, then everything that you say for the rest of this video is complete and utter horseshit.
I mean, I don't even support Trump. Sargon of Akkad supports Trump.
Yeah, I don't support that.
I don't know.
The
I don't know where
alt-right
Chris Reagan stands.
is
on
more
Trump.
than support Trump. A lot of people on the alt-right support Trump, but a lot of people support Trump that aren't on the alt-right.
How would you even define alt-right? Because I'm a little confused as to what actually separates them from the regular right, and everything that people say about it that's supposedly different just sounds the same to me. People are like, well, the alt-right is racist. It's like,
Right.
well, yeah, Republicans, there's always been a bunch of racist Republicans. I mean, it's not like all Republicans are
And
racist.
there were
but
racist Democrats too. There were
Sure.
Democrats.
There always
in the
have been.
KKK.
There's going to be racists of all both
There was
sides,
like
but
the
I'm just-
Dixiecrats and that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
The Blue Dog Democrats.
Yeah, so I don't understand what the criteria is for alt-right. Is it just like
You want to know what my understanding of alt-right is?
yes.
Alt-right is a like neo anti-Zionist movement mixed with like white racial superiority and the need to stand up for the rights of the white race as a people.
Yeah, so not a single one
Like
of those.
that kind of shift towards the right is what I understand is the alt-right. And it comes with all of these memes and like, you know, so it's dressed up to look fresh. But really what it is this, like, at the core, it started as, like, this big anti-Jew thing.
Jews. The fucking
Anti-blacks, race realism,
So-
all of this bullshit.
By Paul's definition, I definitely do
Now,
not
I may
fit into
misunderstand, but that's what I've come to understand. I think that kind of proves the point of this video. It's like nobody really knows what the fucking alt-right is.
Yeah, I mean that's my main point of conjecture here is it's just like this is just a fucking a term of aspersion that you can just slap on anyone you don't like. It's like so many other of the words floating around the internet. Like you can call anyone a cuck, you can call anyone an SJW, you can apparently say that anyone is the alt-right. It's like people think they don't have to have arguments. They can just slap a label on you like, these people are bad. They're this thing. They're this thing I don't like. That's bad stuff, guys.
You want to know what I think happened? You remember when Hillary Clinton started talking about Pepe Memes?
Mayonnaise.
Oh. Pepe Memes, and then saying that everything that was Pepe was alt-right. She started using the term alt-right. I think that there is a group of people that went with her on that. They were like, yeah, that Pepe meme and shit, all that bullshit on the internet, that's all right. And I think Dusty's one of those people.
But don't you think there's a possibility that Dusty could just be doing this because he wants views? Like, if he calls these people out, he's hoping that some sort of response will be made. And it's just a calculated move. You're just saying, hey, I'm going to attack these people and say, oh, they're bad, they're alt-right or whatever. And that's it. And then just, you know, get a response. I mean, look at the response. Like, TJ, like you and TJ are already responding to this shit. And when was this video made? Like a few days ago?
Yesterday or something.
Yeah, yesterday. So
people keep telling me about it. I actually have not watched it yet. This is my first time watching it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
After hearing much about it.
A bunch of people have already come to you, hey, TJ, guess what Dusty said? So isn't this kind of
and
like...
people have been trying to stir the drama pot. But I mean, like, that's exactly what Dusty is fucking doing here anyway. I mean, in my opinion,
that's what I believe. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure if Dusty's even genuine in that respect because he's always kind of admitted, I kind of do shit for drama. I definitely try to drum up.
Right. I mean, you know, that's Dusty's like whole thing. So part of me doesn't even want to take it too seriously because I know that he is like just a total troll from the word go.
Yeah, I don't take it seriously.
Yeah, Paul hit.
But
that
this is so silly. The stuff he's saying.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at that. Dude, he just hit that golden pineapple wax.
Nice.
Dude.
Yeah, this video is bullshit from beginning to end.
Well, let's hear a little more of it.
Those of you who don't know what the alt-right is, the alt-right is a group of people who traditionally reject conservative values. They don't really consider themselves conservative. In fact, the ones in this community traditionally vote Democrats. They're usually liberals. But what has happened is...
What?
That's not...
No.
I don't think that's anyone's definition of the alt-right, dude.
No, that's Dusty's definition of the alt-right, which kind of proves the point.
Yeah, Dusty, I don't think you've done much research.
Nobody knows.
Okay, so the alt-right, what they actually are is on the left.
I might have pulled out of my ass all that anti-Jew shit, but Dusty's doing the same thing here. He's pulling out his little narrative out of his ass. Like, the alt-right is these people that don't agree with my sensibilities.
Let's see what Wikipedia says about this shit.
I mean, it sounds like a fucking, like, not to be trite, but it sounds like a fucking straw man to me. TJ's a fucking alt-righter. Well, no, he isn't. Well, no, here's the definition of alt-righter. Somebody that don't agree with Dusty Smith.
Hold up one second. I'm hearing that Scotty's mic is really, like, quiet.
Oh.
I turned it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hear Scotty in my headphones.
Check it.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
There we go.
Check.
There's that beautiful Scotsworth voice.
There we go, yeah. Sorry about that, Scotty lovers. All 6 of
Oh,
you.
yeah. I will say 3. Damn. Thanks.
Well, I was doubling it for your ego.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Holy
I'm
shit.
looking up what the fucking alt-right is, all right? Let's see.
I guarantee you, like, anti-Zionism is in there, dude.
TJ is part of the alt-right.
I guarantee you, because I'm the type of guy that would rather just search the internet and find the first thing and go, yeah, that's probably close to the truth.
All right, the alt-right is a segment of right-wing ideologies that reject mainstream conservatism in the United States.
Okay.
It is largely internet-based and found on websites such as 4chan and 8chan, where anonymous members create and use internet memes to express themselves. It is difficult to tell how much of what people write is serious and how much is intended to provoke outrage. The alt-right uses social media like Twitter and Breitbart News to convey their message.
Oh!
Generally, alt-right postings support Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and oppose immigration, multiculturalism, and political correctness. The alt-right has no formal ideology, although various sources and the alt-right figures have stated that white nationalism is fundamental. It has also been associated with white supremacism, anti-Islamism, anti-feminism, anti-Semitism, ethno-nationalism, right-wing populism, nativism, traditional... So basically, like, this is just a catch-all for a bunch of shit people don't like.
Yeah.
You're an alt-righter. Alt-right. Yep, that's alt-right. Yep, alt-right. It's all alt-right.
It's just like the subreddit, the Donald. That's basically, if you want to understand what
yeah, that's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, just go to the Donald.
Go to the Donald, that's the alt-right.
Yep.
I think you alt-right.
TJ's alt-right.
It's all right because it's alt-right. You know what I'm saying?
TJ, I'm going to tell you, if you don't support Hillary Clinton, and you're on the alt-right.
Shit.
If you support Trump, you're on the alt-right, and it's time for some logic.
Over the last 8 years, social justice warriors and feminists have become the main foil of this community. See, what happened was, religion got boring to talk about. We pretty much kicked religion's ass, and the YouTube community needed a new foil to attack so that YouTubers could make money talking off of, and that the community could have somebody to attack and hate, because people love to fucking hate.
No, that's not even how it went down. What happened was the atheist movement was chugging along, and then feminism threw a big fucking monkey wrench in the fucking wheels, the spokes, and sent atheism fucking into total fucking disarray. Like, there was a legitimate secular movement being formed in this country, and unfortunately we allowed it to be subverted and hijacked by a bunch of PC ultra-feminists, and now no one wants to go to Reason Rally. No one wants to go to fucking
Except for Steve Shives.
No one wants to go to any of these fucking events because they're so uptight. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's the reason people started noticing what these SJWs were up to.
Yeah,
all right.
Like look, if you've ever looked at a skeptic conference, like if you looked at them like 10 years ago, they're totally different now. It's like oh, there's gonna be a conference on patriarchy, and there's also gonna be one on like pronouns, and it's like what?
Yeah, like, what is this about? Is this about atheism?
Did Dusty just drink a blue Slurpee?
Maybe he just sucked the Smurf's dick.
Hate is really the religion of the internet. Everybody fucking wants to love to hate. And so the YouTubers had to give their audience something else besides religion to fight because it became boring. And so what they chose was social justice warriors.
Chose? Like, we're sitting around like...
You're so wrong,
all right, Scotty, religion's getting old.
You know what we need? Something even worse. Something more annoying than you'd ever can fucking imagine is what we need to get. And then we need to inject that into our own lives so we can stop making videos about shit we actually care about and start making videos about some crazy fucking bullshit infiltrating the schools. Let's do it. Let's set it all up and put it into motion.
Just dominoes.
Who would do that?
The ultra calculating atheist community, dude. None of these changes happened organically over time. No. It was just like a decision, like a calculated, cynical business decision.
Well, time to move on to something else.
It's like it's like the Legion of Alt-Right. It's like all you TJ was like you and Sargon, and people were just planning out how you're going to talk about SJWs.
You know, I had a smaller channel on YouTube. I know I got the email. You must have gotten the email, TJ.
Yeah,
inviting you to the league.
Of course,
the League of Skeptic Gentlemen.
The alt-right coalition.
The alt-right coalition. The League of Skeptics.
These have become the new evil bad guys of the skeptic community.
Women think their rights are safe, but not while I'm around. That video game character isn't showing nearly enough cleavage. More. Make her costume more degrading, more insulting. Yes.
What the fuck?
Have her hold open her gaping asshole and invite the player to penetrate her.
Lara Croft is penetrated.
All women are whores. All right.
Everybody stands up and fights. It started happening years and years and years ago, a long time ago, and it just steadily started happening over and over and over again. And so what you had these channels who built up, who got huge, and pretty much the focus of what they do is either attack social justice warriors or feminists. That's like 80% of their content. That's what they focus on. Attacking social justice warriors and feminists has become the new gold rush on the internet. That's where everybody's making their fucking money at these days. There are certain channels out there who all
right.
I would say there is some
Dusty,
truth to that.
I mean, but Dusty, are you just like totally incapable of seeing that motivations for doing this exist outside of just YouTube? Like, can you not see the real world shit that SJWs are doing? Can you not see that their vision for the future of this country is like a fucked up bad one? that no like skeptical person would ever want. It's just as irrational as any fucking religious perspective. It's just as dogmatic. It's just as indefensible. And yet you're just saying like, well, we should just ignore it. You know, we've talked enough about it.
Dude, let's go back to 2010 and just talk about religion nonstop.
This SJW shit has not been defeated. If anything, it just continues to get stronger. I mean, like, you should know this of all people because it's what got your stupid ass kicked off of Facebook. What do you think? What force do you think motivated that, you dipshit? It was SJWs. It was people looking to be offended by things.
I actually read that Facebook really wanted to delete like a lot of Trump's like content, like from his official campaign, and Mark Zuckerberg had to be like, "No, we can't delete it. We can't. That's a bad idea to delete this shit." And it's like that's like the point we're at, where they literally want to censor one of the people running for president because this is too offensive for some people. This is too triggering.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, this guy is like one of two people who's going to be president, and they're literally trying to censor the possible future president. That's how out of fucking control this shit is. They're like, no, he can't say this. Like, no, these are fucking political issues that people are going to be voting on. You morons!
Come on, guys. It's just a red herring. It's just a red herring, man. It's just one of those little things that people. You know what? They'll just influence the fucking presidency once or twice, and then it'll just disappear. You know what I mean? One of them little things.
They do is attack Islam. The most evil thing on the planet, Islam. That's what they focus on. And they have a minor amount of support. And these channels who attack feminists and social justice.
Someone in the chat said Paul is faking being high because he is a pussy and fat as a ball.
Dude, okay.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you guys a story about how high Paul is.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
All right, be quiet.
Yes.
Be quiet.
So we're sitting there outside, and Paul just starts fucking talking. He's talking about Clay Aiken, dude. He's talking about fucking Clay Aiken. And he's sitting there like, yeah, you know Clay Aiken, man. Yeah. Clay Aiken, yeah, he was a hell of a football player, dude. And we're all sitting there like, the wheels in our heads all start turning like, was Clay Aiken ever a football? No, there's no way. He's a scrawny little faggot. No. And we're like, Clay Aiken's a football player? And he's like, yeah, you know, Clay.
Played for the Dallas Cowboys.
And he's like, oh, wait, maybe it's Troy. It's Troy Aikman. No, he didn't say Aikman at first.
Troy Aiken.
Troy Aiken.
Yeah.
It's Troy Aiken, dude.
Troy Aiken.
So he's wrong again. And then finally,
he kept saying it too.
And he kept going back to Clay even.
Yeah, I did once.
And it just became like Clay
Once I did.
Aiken, Clay Aikman.
It was a couple times.
It was more than once.
Clay Aikman.
And we're sitting there like, think about this scrawny little fucking bitch, Clay Aiken, fucking playing football.
Dude, and Paul even said, he like looked at me like, I'm gonna say some like football shit, just so fucking Scotty will be like, yeah, football. And he was like, Clay Aiken. I was like,
such a poser, Paul.
I was kind of just looking at Paul like, what the fuck? That's not. All right. Paul, you gotta tell your version of events.
TJ's telling it exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
I kept getting the names of Clay Aiken and Troy Aikman fucked up in my head so badly. Anyway, the story is the perfect refutation to whoever that moron was in chat that was like, Paul's faking being high.
Yeah, it's true.
That's something that would never happen to a person.
It happened like an hour ago.
There is no possible way that Paul is not high.
We haven't stopped smoking since then.
Like, Paul got into the fucking Ben's car, and I handed him this fucking vape pen.
As soon as I landed.
Which is 88%, like, pure.
THC.
Yes.
THC.
As we landed, like right after we landed, after we got out onto the road, and ever since then, it's been a cavalcade. So, if I'm not high, I don't know how to get high. Is there something I could put up my ass?
Dude, you drank that drink.
I drank that fucking drink.
Yeah.
I drank a big gulp of that drink.
Yeah, 80 milligrams of the sativa legal.
Justice warriors have 500,000 people following them. This is what the community is supporting right now. A guy who has a channel primarily attacking Islam or Christianity gets minor support, whereas a guy who is attacking primarily feminism or social justice warrior makes tens of thousands of dollars off Patreon.
Dude, I know a shit ton of channels that fucking take on Islam all the time that get good views.
Clay Aikman's channel, for example.
Yeah, he's one of the biggest Muslim haters there is.
Dusty, you can't just pick issues that you give a shit about and say, why doesn't everyone care about this issue? It's like, Dusty, there was a time on YouTube where that was one of the big issues. I mean, they're still popular. It's just not the main focus.
I mean, like, I've done big videos about Islam. Other people have done big videos about Islam. I mean, like, one of the main criticisms we have of SJWs, like, one of the main criticisms is, why don't you guys seem to be more concerned about the illiberal nature of Islam? You claim, I mean, you claim to be...
I feel like Dusty's basically just saying, like, turn your back on reality at this point. Just, like, turn your back on reality and everything you see and hear, you know, just...
Guys, let's just let SJWs control media and shit. We just need to focus on what matters, these damn Muslims. What?
It just gets worse, too.
Okay. I defy it to get worse.
People are supporting
just
this.
listen.
This is what the community has decided is important. The most evil thing on the planet right now are social justice warriors and feminists. So
No
these
one said
popular
that.
channel teaching the skeptic community built a boogeyman out of feminism and social justice warriors and built themselves up. And then what happened was we had an election, and one of the candidates, Hillary Clinton, was slightly more in support of social justice warriors than Donald Trump is. Donald Trump really ain't going to do shit for social justice warriors, but admittedly his rhetoric against social justice warriors and feminists is much stronger than Hillary Clinton.
I don't think he really even has rhetoric against them. I think his just existence is in defiance of them.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
And the, like, grab her pussy shit is definitely...
Yeah, I mean, like, that's like the polar opposite of what those people want.
That's what I do.
But that doesn't, that you know, of course, that doesn't automatically make Donald Trump good. SJWs are bad. Donald Trump's not an SJW, therefore Donald Trump is good. That's faulty reasoning.
This goes back to Paul.
Scotty.
But...
Yeah.
Pass it to Paul.
You know what, dude?
Pass it to Paul.
What?
I'm on this podcast, right? A few people watch it. If I see a chick out in public, I could just grab that pussy, man.
Dude, you already did.
Grab that pussy, Scotty.
We all do it, man.
They let it happen.
We all all
they
do
want it to happen.
I mean, look, Paul, I've hung around you a number of times, and Paul will sometimes say, "Oh,
I've never walked up to a woman and grabbed her pussy.
Okay,
Lies.
So I remember a little bit differently.
Okay,
Paul will
okay.
just drop everything he's
All
doing,
right, yeah.
and he just grabs that pussy, and just goes bam.
Technically a lie, but the situation wasn't like I'm going down to the fucking post office to mail a letter. I grab some bitch's vagina. I have.
Paul, have you or have you not grabbed the pussy?
Yes.
You've done it. He's guilty. He just admitted it. Guilty.
Shame. Shame.
Who seems to kind of embrace the social justice warriors a bit. So all these popular channels who made a name for themselves and a living off attacking social justice warriors and feminists had to make a decision. But these people who made all this money and got all this fame off social justice warriors decided that instead of supporting the traditional liberal candidates as they would do normally, they would instead join the alt-right and start attacking Hillary Clinton and embracing Donald Trump. In fact, the focus of the community has...
All right, my hatred of Hillary Clinton actually has nothing to do with her being an SJW. It's really not my gravest concern regarding her. The fact that she's owned by Wall Street, I think, is very disconcerting.
Yeah.
I think she's totally corrupt. I think she's totally
Dusty, how much
violent.
research have you fucking done?
I would say any SJW shit that Hillary says is just to get that section of
Dude,
the
Dusty,
vote.
Dusty,
I don't agree with her foreign policy.
Okay, but why has no one brought up? It sounds like Dusty pretty much has no idea what he's talking about. That's what this reeks of to me. Is he has no idea what he's talking about. All his political observations are totally off base and wrong. I mean, everything he said has just been totally fucking wrong.
And his hand is freakishly small.
And the logical leaps.
What is going on with that?
What the fuck, dude? Dusty has like a baby hand.
Shit.
Dusty, why do you have a baby hand?
I'm a little teapot.
Oh my god. Dude, Dusty's hand is like deformed. Was it?
Is that the hand of a child reaching into frame? Look, that could be the... What is going on with that? I saw Dusty.
Dude, is Dusty's like girlfriend giving him a blowjob? That's her hand or something?
Did you guys
like doing?
She's like raising her hand to ask a question in the middle of oral sex.
Okay, that might be it.
I don't know.
Maybe.
become so heavily geared towards attacking feminism and social justice warriors over all else that we got infected by the
What's going
alt-right.
on?
So basically the alt-right infected
Shut
this
up, Paul.
community.
Sorry.
They started pushing their memes to this community. And since the community was so heavily focused on fighting nothing but social justice warriors and feminists, that they pretty much just let this shit go unchallenged. The alt-right has
What do we
become
do?
an infection on the skeptic community. And a lot of these people supporting Trump want to pretend like they're not actually part of the alt-right.
God,
which is
what is
bullshit.
this
You're
community
spreading the exact
bullshit? What is this online community bullshit, Dusty? Come on.
Look, Dusty, I'm going to tell you how I feel about this whole Trump-Clinton thing. I feel like they're both total pieces of shit. I would never vote for either of them. But if anyone wants to go sit around in their head and do the lesser of two evils equation, I really don't care what conclusion they come to. If they decide, you know what, I think Hillary is a little less evil, and they vote for her, I respect it. If they think Trump is a little less evil and they vote for him, I respect that. I don't give a shit. I mean, I really don't respect it. I don't think anyone should vote for either of them, but obviously some people are going to do it. But yeah, I mean, like, this basically is just kind of reeking to me at this point of, like, these motherfuckers don't support Clinton. Fuck that shit. I mean, like, she's not a good candidate, dude. I mean, like, she's just not. Maybe some of her policies you agree with. Maybe you think she'll make better Supreme Court justice appointments. Okay, look, maybe you can make some compelling cases here and there for why you could do a lesser of two evils vote for Hillary Clinton. But make no mistake, she's an evil fucking cunt.
Hillary has already been bought and paid for, so why would voting for her amounts to what? Oh, well, I can give corporations another stamp to do what they want with America. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so I have to give my consent, to that. Wow, yeah, what a waste of fucking time. No thanks.
Same memes the alt-right is spreading. You're talking the exact same shit the alt-right is talking. You can try to distance yourself from the alt-right as much as you possibly want to, but it's bullshit. If someone came up to you
Paul
and was
is
spreading
so
every
high.
bit of
I know.
social justice warrior ideology that you know is bullshit, if they were going through the gambit of supporting BLM and feminism and multiculturalism, but then they said, I'm not a social justice warrior, you would immediately see through that and no, it's bullshit. No, they're a social justice warrior, and you would tell them that. What I'm telling you, all you big alt-right channels who are doing...
Dude, I totally spaced on what he was talking about. Did anyone catch that?
No, it's all. You didn't space. That's the thing.
I didn't. It literally was just that incomprehensible.
It's gobbledygook for a little while.
Yeah,
I see.
It has been a lot.
And then it goes, and then you're like, okay, well then it ends with gobbledygook. It can go no lower. But
You know what this strikes me as is Dusty wanted to have some really profound video, and then this just came out, and instead of realizing like this is dog shit, delete, go back to square one. He's like, I killed it. Fuck it, Dusty. You did not. You did not
Slay
kill
that
it.
shit, y'all.
I'm gonna upload this horrible.
Hold on, is that his hand again?
Yes, and it's still freakishly small. This has got to be something. I mean, like, I've met Dusty in person. I know his hands are not indeed freakishly small.
No, they're not. So
It must just be
So
like an
something is going
angle.
on with this angle or something, but it's still hilarious.
Whatever.
It's still fucking
It
hilarious.
also, and I'm not trying to be a
I
dick
like
about
Dusty.
this.
I had a good time with Dusty. I think he's cool.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. But it doesn't sound like he's talking into the mic that he's sitting in front of either. It sounds like he's coming out the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had problems with that shit.
I know,
too.
it happens,
It's
but
kind
I'm
of a
just
pain.
saying that, like, that mic should sound way better than this sounds.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
True.
doing nothing but parroting alt-right bullshit.
That's definitely
You're
his
fucking part of the
webcam mic
alt-right.
picking
You
that up.
are.
Yeah.
You can distance yourself from it all you want to. You can pretend you're not a part of it, but you fucking are. You're part of this fucking infection. And the problem with supporting this alt-right bullshit is that...
This is like some YouTube Red Scare shit, dude.
It really is.
You're
But in
part
reverse.
of an infection.
But in reverse, though, instead of the red scare, it's the red don't be scared. They're not coming. The the influence of the president, they ain't coming.
I would say
it's bullshit. It was a red herring.
I would say there is a gigantic amount of anti-SJW content.
I mean, in the fucking schools, in higher education, It's
like YouTube is
out of control.
YouTube is a bastion of that shit because you don't see this criticism happening anywhere else in our entire culture.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if there was a fair representation of how people actually feel towards this SJW shit, like in mainstream culture, I don't think that there'd be all these YouTube channels constantly making this content.
You won't see that. I mean,
it's because people want this content. It's like it's so obvious. I've heard this argument made so many times. It's such a poor argument. It's like people responding to this content. That's why it's being made.
Popular.
If no one really agreed with it or gave a shit about it, they would pay attention to something else. That's why they're paying attention to this, Dusty. Like, can't you fucking see that? I mean, you can say these are non-issues, but obviously they're of concern to somebody.
And you know what? I'm going to be real here. I'm kind of tired of talking about it. And I'm kind of tired of listening to other people talking about it. So I can empathize with Dusty on that point in this video. I just think that, unfortunately, culturally speaking, we're at a point where we need to keep on talking about it, where it's kind of necessary that there be multiple viewpoints on it, because it's kind of a big problem. So I guess that's kind of the middle ground that I have with Dusty on this video, but the rest of it's horseshit.
Yeah. I mean, if he just come out and said, like, man, I'm so sick of this shit, that'd be one thing. I think everyone could agree that there's, like, probably some fatigue, but the problem is that this is still a relevant issue. It's just like there's fatigue about this election. Like, when we cover politics on this show, people are like, oh, enough politics. I'm sorry. It matters. We have to talk about it. I mean, you know, if for nothing else, just so that you fucking know what's going on. Hear one more fucking perspective on what's going on in the world. Salvador, get the fuck out of here. Go on.
Go on, dude.
Salvador, go.
Salvador, go. Vamos aquí.
Go.
Go on.
Perro muy puto. Abscande upstairso.
Abscande.
Go on.
Vámonos.
Go on.
Vámonos, Salvador.
Upstairs.
Go on. No.
Vámonos.
Jesus. All
that
the
means
way.
come here. I need to stop.
Go on.
He doesn't.
No, it means go faster. I don't know.
I don't even know. He doesn't speak that language, and neither do you, and neither do I.
Salvador's a little piece of shit. Yeah, finally.
Bye, Sal.
Bye, Sal. Anyway, what were we saying?
I don't know, but his hand still looks weird.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is absolutely a worse candidate than Hillary Clinton. Social justice warriors are not the biggest threat on this fucking planet. You know what the biggest threat on this planet is? Enacting Bush's policies again.
Yeah.
You remember how bad it was under fucking Bush? You remember how he almost destroyed the fucking economy? That's exactly what Donald Trump's policies are. If you actually educate yourself.
I mean, like, if you educate yourself. Why do I get the feeling that, when you talk about Bush ruining the economy, you just see, like, Bush sitting in the Oval Office, like, pushing buttons on a computer and, like, oh, shit, global economy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think
he had a series of policies that combined poorly with policies that predated his presidency at a critical time where a housing market just didn't have the ability to function. Like, that's what Bush did to the economy. He had a bad ideology that kind of helped that along.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Bush is sitting there fucking fiddling around with knobs and buttons and levers and shit, fucking the economy up. And I kind of feel like that's Dusty's level of understanding.
Well, no, it was just basically a massive housing bubble because the price of housing was just going up so exponentially.
Yep.
And you could and anyone could get a loan. It's like, how much do you make? There's something called stated income, where you just tell them how much and they don't even verify it. So you could say, I'm making $500,000 a year, $100,000, $200,000.
I make $2 million a year.
Yep, we'll sell you this house, subprime mortgage. Then, of course, if you can't afford it, then the rate adjusts, massively, then you're fucked. Which a lot of people just basically got these loans where they just readjusted after like 5 years
to
like a variable market rate. So people are having their mortgage go up by like thousands of dollars overnight.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to understand it, but there was a lot more to it than Bush going, let's make the economy bad. It's
time to enact some bad plans that fuck everything up.
Oh, no.
On the economy.
It just goes back to existing policy. You're right. It goes further back than Bush. But yeah, Bush did not help.
and go to his website and read his policies, they're exactly the fucking thing George W. Bush was trying to do. They're exactly the same thing Ronald Reagan tried to do.
Yep.
They
Typical
destroyed the
Republican
middle
shit.
class. They almost fucking destroyed.
I mean, Trump is a Republican. This is what he does.
Trump isn't trying to destroy the middle class. He's trying to help the corporations destroy the middle class. That's what he's really trying to do.
What I'm failing to understand here is, like, how do you still believe in this fucking false dichotomy of, like, man, all these Republicans want it, all these Democrats want it. Like, they're both evil. Okay? Spoiler alert. Both the parties suck. Both these candidates suck. That's the reality. All this fucking, like, I don't understand the passion of, like, you gotta understand Hillary's so much better. She's not. I really promise you Hillary is not better than Trump. Trump is not better than Hillary. They're both dog shit.
Hillary is the preferred candidate of business interests. I mean, she really is, because she's already in bed with all of them. I mean, look how many lobbyists we have. You know, for anyone to pretend as if these politicians are really making any decisions is kind of funny, because, I mean, their policies are almost obviously dictated by someone else.
But Hillary's got a pussy.
Our country. Not to mention the Donald Trump's vice president pick. A guy who's one heartbeat from the White House, and as old as Donald Trump is, there's about a 20% chance of him dying in the next 8 years. So there's a 20% chance of this guy becoming president.
No.
And this guy is as much of a Christian right.
No. That's assuming that Trump gets reelected for a second term. And assuming that Mike Pence stays on with the Trump campaign through to a second term. So the percentage is probably way, way lower.
There you go.
Wing loon as you can get. He supports the religious freedoms bill. This dude actually wants to start a fucking theocracy. Are social justice warriors really that big of a threat where we have to side with dicks like this in order to fight them? Fucking no, of course not. This is retarded. A lot of you don't actually.
Okay, but I mean, some people have sided with Trump, but, like, I'm pretty sure most of them that you're talking about that are in this boat of, like, I support Trump because I think he's the lesser of two evils. Like, most of them know that Trump sucks. They just don't think he's as bad as Hillary.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say I'm voting for Trump because I think he'll be totally ineffectual. I think he's just going to be blocked in everything he tries to do, and he's just going to be a lame duck president, and it's going to be fine.
Right.
You know, I don't know that I necessarily agree with that fucking read on the situation, but that's a read I've heard. There's lots of little different nuanced positions, and it's not like everyone, you know, like presidents necessarily build coalitions. Not everyone's supporting Hillary Clinton for the same reasons. Not everyone's supporting Donald Trump for the same reasons. There's plenty of reprehensible scumfucks on both sides. It doesn't discredit other people. You know, people all have their own fucking reasons, and the reasons people have for doing things is important.
No, TJ, no.
Sorry.
No, you either support Hillary or you're alt-right. That's what I'm saying. That's all I want you to say, TJ. That's all. That's the premise that I want you to buy in this video. You either support Hillary or you in the alt-right.
Oh, goody. So do we need to watch any more, or does it get any worse?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, God.
I
Pain.
think the platforms matter, but the platforms matter a lot. Traditionally, presidents try to achieve about 75% of what their stated platforms are. This shit is majorly important. And when you go look at the two stated platforms, one of them is incredibly fucking dangerous, will absolutely harm our economy, and the other one is clearly the right direction. And by being so frightened of social justice warriors that you take...
What reality do you live in, Dusty? Political promises are like something that politicians really try to achieve, like... What?
75% of the time.
Yeah, examine his premise. His premise is he set it up saying 75% of the time presidential candidates go after what they say they're going to go after.
That's all it is.
Bullshit number that who knows where he got it. And then he's saying that because of that, politicians always do what they fucking say. Since when?
Yeah, politicians are not notorious for breaking campaign promises.
Show me a time throughout human history where that's true. It's almost non-existent.
I think Dusty just ate a bunch of fucking mushrooms and made a video. This is just a bad trip.
Take us down the same exact goddamn path Bush took us down. It's ridiculous. The skepticism of the skeptic community has gone right out the fucking window. They've literally started supporting candidates that oppose abortion and want to start a theocracy. Fucking literally. They've literally started supporting candidates that are openly against gays. And, you know, I admit, I took my part in it too. I did some things that I'm not proud of. I supported Trump and spread some of his bullshit memes early on.
Yes, you
I
did.
actually jumped on board with
Recently.
this whole social justice warrior thing and pretended they were the most harmful things on the planet. And I'm not saying
Yes, you
social
did.
justice warriors don't need to be fought. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is they are not the biggest threat on this fucking planet.
Do I smell Steve Shives? I'm detecting a Shives-esque scent emanating from somewhere.
Damn.
I wish we had that music.
Maybe it could be the Dusty Shives channel, dude. Dusty and Steve Shives can get together and sit around talking about how great Hillary's going to be.
Dusty can have the off Sunday ramble.
I wonder if Dusty will write any Donald Trump fan fiction.
They're just fucking not. I'm sorry. You guys can pretend like they are if you want to. You guys can rally together in your little niches and pretend like social justice warriors is what we have to fight all day long. Feminists are the worst ever. You guys pretending that social justice warriors and feminists are the biggest threat on the planet are ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. You've been brainwashed by YouTubers who needed something else to talk about to make money. And so they get...
Dusty, we all hung out. I do not remember you breaking out shit like, what do you guys think about, like, climate change? Like, just, like, want to get everyone's opinion on climate change just right now.
Check out this cool VR system I bought.
Yeah.
Help me lug this 350-pound beast up 3 flights of rickety stairs so I can show you the magic of VR. That's what I remember about hanging with Dusty.
Yeah, it's smoking a bunch of weed.
And smoking a bunch of weed and watching strippers and giving high fives to each other and shit.
Yeah. I don't know where this, like, ultra conscientious Dusty that's like, man, I care about the real fucking issues like no one else do. I think Ben is dying over there, dude.
Ben, are you okay, dude?
Yes.
No, he's not.
That's great.
That
Yeah,
fucking Steve Shives song has been like haunting my mind for like the past 10 minutes.
Dude, Ben's gonna hear that in his dreams tonight. All night it's just gonna be that song.
Dude, now I know how to fuck with Ben's trip.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna find the cleanest sample of that, and as Ben starts fucking with me, I'm just gonna play it full blast.
Yeah.
And he'll just walk away, dude. Your fucking trip is ruined. It's my turn, bitch. The room will not break me. That big picture of me, fat, sweaty, hating my life with no beard.
All right, I hate to interrupt this little fantasy,
Yeah.
but like the fact of the matter is that like ice flows through Ben's veins, and
know.
you're a little bitch.
Don't test
So there's
I'm
no
just
way
I'm just trying to make it a contest, guys.
it's not gonna be.
Is there? You won't even let me kayfabe it.
No, it's too ridiculous. No one will buy that angle.
No.
All right.
Paul's gonna
you.
intimidate Ben. Like no one's believing that. Sorry, Paul.
Maybe if Paul showed up looking like Brock Lesnar or some shit, then maybe that would work better. Like, I'm gonna fuck with you, Ben. Then Ben would be like, okay, man, let's forget about this.
Yeah, like Paul was taking roids or something like that.
Roided out, Paul.
Yeah, run out, Paul.
Paul's like, yeah, Ben, you want to fuck with me? Oh shit, heart attack.
Yeah.
That would suck. That would suck.
boogeyman, and you bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Yes, social justice warriors do need to be fought. Yes, feminists do need to be fought. But are they the greatest threat on this planet? Do they need...
Whose contention has that been? Who has come out and said social justice warriors and feminists?
But that's what Dusty read into it, dude.
Planet?
That's what Dusty read into it.
Who
He
has
just
said
knows
that?
it.
Who has said
Dusty
that?
said it.
Who has said
Dusty
that?
said it.
Yeah, you're the only one saying that, Dusty. No one else is saying that.
It's just like Dusty's come up with this in his mind, so he like doesn't really know. I guess it's just like from like an outsider's perspective, you can just really clearly tell there's like a lot of logical gaps here.
I mean, what do you?
I think in Dusty's mind,
Dusty,
he glosses over that.
Why are you so pissed? Hillary is almost certainly going to win the fucking election.
Yeah.
You already got your fucking way. You get your fucking dumb bitch in office. Let's see how she does. Maybe she's better than I think. I doubt it, but maybe. You know, have fun with her. Why you gotta be all pissed and butthurt? Because Sargon of Akkad thought Hillary was the lesser of two evils, and you think that... he thinks Trump is the lesser of two evils, and you think Hillary's the lesser of two evils.
No,
Why is it such a big deal?
He just alt-right. That's just alt-right.
You guys are not that far apart, I guarantee it. Don't act like there's some giant chasm and you're so distinctive. You know, like, I said it to them upstairs, and I'll say it to you here, is like... Part of me feels like you're just kind of resentful because you let your YouTube channel die on the vine, and now you look at a bunch of other channels that were kind of on par with yours that are now way more successful than yours. And you're like, fuck those guys. They're just popular because they do this bullshit. Fuck that. I really think this is just like Dusty's egomania talking.
I have a story about Dusty that I don't know if I should tell.
Probably. Oh, well, I was going to say don't tell
It doesn't reveal like personal information about like his family or anything. It's just a conversation we had that I remembered from New Orleans.
I think that's fair then. If it's not like revealing anything or anything like that.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
I say yes.
I say yeah.
I vote yes. I want to hear it.
Ben,
it's juicy.
Your opinion matters.
Oh, well, it's up to you.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck, that's the worst opinion you could have.
That's a total Ben answer, dude.
I mean, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I'm just high.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dusty is talking to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, blah blah blah. We just introduced ourselves in New Orleans. It was early on, and he goes, you guys were off doing some other shit, and we had this kind of like moment alone. And he's like, hey, man, it was really cool that like the way you guys took my idea for the shirts and ran with it."
Yeah, you invented T-shirts.
And I was like, and I thought he was joking at first, so I laughed. And he was like, nah, man, the whole Logic thing, man, I've been selling a lot of them shirts, man. And it was really smart of you guys to include that, that idea, and he was trying to make it out like he came up with the idea of selling T-shirts for shit.
Yeah.
Like, never mind the fucking vast history of entertainment acts that sell T-shirts for their shit. He was like, yeah, it was cool that you guys took that idea and run with it, man. Now, I don't know anything about the back end of the T-shirt shit, I will admit. Was he involved in that in some way?
No. Dude, there's such a demand for this that there's websites that cater to it, and one of them is the one we use, Teespring.
Yeah,
right.
It exists because people sell shirts of things. It's not Dusty's invention. He didn't invent the fucking T-shirt.
There was a time where TJ partnered with Dusty for T-shirts.
He still has.
Now,
I still actually have a site selling Dusty's T-shirts.
I was understandably at the time that this conversation happened, I was high. He might have been joking. But I remember being left with the feeling of like, wow, he wasn't joking about that, so I just chuckled it off and we moved on to something else.
Right.
So it could have been him trying to make a bad joke, and if that's the case, then I apologize.
I doubt it.
No, because he said something similar to me.
Oh, okay. Well, then that kind of cements
and
it.
I also felt like it was not a joke. But
that's just stupid. Why would Dusty even fucking think that?
Because I mean, like, there's just like a little bit. His name is Cult of Dusty. There's a little bit of egomania there.
And Dusty, TJ sold T-shirts like long before that too.
Well, I told you what he said about the Josh Fierstein shirt.
Yeah,
as a walrus.
He's like, I guess I should just sell Josh Fierstein as a fucking walrus.
And didn't he, prior to meeting us in New Orleans, say something about how, like, our fucking manatee shirt was like, that's a stupid fucking cartoon character. I used to sell shirts that mattered. And didn't he say some shit like that in a video?
Yeah. Shirts that matter.
You guys are not selling a Carl Sagan shirt. Fuck you.
Dusty shirts matter.
So stupid.
Dusty invented T-shirts.
Is there any more about this bullshit?
Do you want to watch the next video?
I want it to be known that Dusty invented the T-shirt.
Oh, I thought we were going to watch that the horrible Brett Keane video.
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right.
I don't even want to watch this stupid Brett Keane
too bad.
video right now.
Too bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just like Brett's bad 80s intro.
Darn.
A while back, the Amazing Atheist said on the Drunken Peasants show many, many times that if I didn't make videos about him or I didn't say anything, even though technically any videos I made about the Amazing Atheist, I was responding in defense to videos he'd already made about me.
No.
He told his audience, we'll stop making
Wrong.
videos and we'll stop talking shit about Brett Keane as long as he doesn't make videos. Well, I haven't made a video for quite a while of the Amazing Atheist.
Except for all of your hangouts are totally dedicated to talking shit.
I haven't made a video.
You haven't put out videos about me in a while, but all of your hangouts are still about me and the Drunken
Dude,
Peasants.
leave it to Brad to try to fucking play up some technicality. That's a hangout, which I don't think that's technically a video.
They're posted as videos after the fact.
It's not technically a video.
Whatever.
You know, it's come on, dude.
I have answered some questions of some of his fans that have come onto my live show, but I haven't made any videos directly to him. I did, however, take my videos on the YouTube, took them off, and actually uploaded them to another site because some of his fans were actually reporting and flagging my channel.
Cool.
The Amazing Atheist then, even though he doesn't keep his word,
There's always been a
sends
liar.
me a message through Twitter, as you can
I
see
don't
right
keep my
here.
word. When I offered to pay you $1,000, I gave you the $1,000 as soon as you showed me your fucking gums, bitch. How you gonna act like I didn't fucking keep my word?
You didn't pay him, TJ.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't pay him.
Fuck that.
You didn't pay him, TJ.
Here, it says, Brett, do you want to make some money? And I said, I'm not interested in being insulted or...
Yeah, everyone can read.
I'm not going to have anyone being insultive to me.
Don't be insultive to the Keenster. Look, Brett, yeah, I offered you some money to do, well, you're going to read the cap, the whole thing. Go
You
ahead.
do realize I've offered 3 times for you to do the interview, right?
Okay, hold on,
If you
hold on.
wanted-
When Brett offered to do the interview is when you were like driving across the country.
Yeah, like he would, and his way of offering to do it was to just start hangouts and be like, Amazing Earth is free to come and do an interview. It's like, no, that's not how it's going down, stupid. But I've given up on the fucking that interview.
He just so happened to want to interview you while you were like literally driving
Across
like
America,
2,500 fucking miles.
Good old Brett. Good old Brett.
Talk.
3
I will
times
be
though.
here. He wrote $500 to join us for a private episode. I can't make any promises about our conduct. Basically, he's telling me that, you know, he can't promise that they'll be respectful to me, that they'll most likely be fucking abusive.
Yeah.
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 No fucking shit, Brett. What do you think if you actually did this episode with us, Brett? What do you think would happen? Do you think we're just gonna be like, oh, here's Brett lying again. Oh, here's Brett scamming again. Oh, well, you know.
If Brett had such a problem with it, he wouldn't have made the next statement.
I said it depends on the subject matter, and $500 is kind of weak with the shitty economy we live in. Why would you want me on the show and pay me? I'm pretty sure you guys hate me.
Okay.
Twitter has a delay. My Skype is still Brett Keane. Make it $1,000 and I'll show up. You have this in writing.
Okay.
He writes,
So we have it in writing, but now you're trying to change it, right?
Yeah. So what was the use of it being in writing?
Yeah. Anyway.
I think we can do that. Give me a few days to send you a contract for your review. That was done on October 10th.
And you
It is now
agreed.
October 25th, almost the end of the month. He never did send me a contract. He never did send me information. But what he did do is he put a poll up on Twitter asking if Scotty ought to send me a camera or should they break it.
This is
People
true.
actually encouraged him to break a fucking camera that he claimed that he might actually get.
That is also
Number 2,
true.
he also did not come through with the contract review. Number 3,
I said, give me a few days, dude. You should know in TJ language that means, like, give me an indefinite amount of time until I can get this shit arranged. Like,
Well, also, we were waiting for Paul to.
yeah, I mean, like, we all wanted to make it with all 4 of us fucking here. So, like, you know.
I literally landed on a plane like 3 hours ago.
But Brett, I mean, like, we still want to do this episode. As I already told you, the offer is now $900.
Do we still have it in writing?
You fucking you asked for more money in this video. In fact, you try to double it to $2,000. There's no way you're getting $2,000. But
Yeah, I mean, we can make this episode without you, and it'll be
just as
popular
not as
enough.
popular, but it'll be pretty popular.
Yeah.
So, Brett, if you want to be a part of it, $900. That's what you get. You got a standing offer until we actually make the fucking episode, which I don't know. We haven't slated a time to do it yet, but it's going to be in the next 10 days for sure. So, Brett,
Yep.
think about that $900 and how you can help your family. Think about all the fucking markers you can get
Dude,
for your
that's a
son
lot
to
of
draw
mac and
homoerotic
cheese.
fan art of Link.
Cameras.
Think
Camera.
about
Camera.
That camera, Scotty Smash. You could buy one with that.
Yep.
You could buy yourself a camera. You could buy yourself computer games. You could buy yourself some mac and cheese.
With $900, you could get a brand new gaming PC capable of running most of the fucking best games that are out right now at max fucking settings. As long as you've got a monitor and a fucking keyboard, you could buy a brand new gaming PC for $900 that would probably kick ass. And streaming, which would upgrade the quality of your videos.
Yeah, you could pay for better internet.
Yeah,
dude.
better internet, better video quality, better editing quality.
Sounds like Brett's potentially
All this
get a lot.
bullshit you've been talking about lately that you want for your channel, this will buy it.
Yeah, here's
And
your
then
opportunity,
some.
Brett. Here's your opportunity. Are you that scared that you won't fucking seize this opportunity?
Every Christian out there
Are you that
he's promised that
terrified?
he'd be on their live show
Facing the Drunken
because they were
Peasants?
guests on his. He hasn't done it. It's been a year now, and he still hasn't attended G-Man's hangout.
Okay.
Oh, whatever, dude. G-Man's not worth TJ's time. Let's just be honest. No one's
G-Man's
watching G-Man
idea-
shit.
If G-Man had come up with like a good idea, TJ probably would have done it. But a debate on evolution is like...
We've already heard everything G-Man has to say about evolution. He knows
Why-
fucking jack shit. He's
What-
he's stupid.
Who the fuck would tune in to a debate between a retarded evangelical Christian and a stoner atheist on the subject of evolution?
Right.
Neither of us knows what we're fucking talking about in evolution.
Yeah, neither
I
of you
know
are
more than him.
scientists.
I have a solid layman's understanding of evolution, but I'm certainly nowhere near qualified to debate on the fucking subject.
Definitely not.
He's an atheist.
Neither
has
is
not
he,
kept
obviously.
any of his promises. He hasn't kept any of his word. And no, I still haven't
According to
received
you,
my
Brett.
full $1,000 from TJ.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
challenge
my
he did.
God.
Only $958,
Dude, I sent you $1,000. Patreon takes a fee. You know Patreon takes a fee. Even if I sent it PayPal would have taken a fucking fee. You're a moron, Brett.
You were his patron for how many months after that?
Yeah, and I've definitely have covered. I was your patron for fucking 3 or 4 months after that, so I've definitely covered the full fucking 1,000 by
Boom.
now,
At least.
or at least gotten close to it. So fuck you. You got your damn money.
Such bullshit.
You're so full of shit, Brett.
Dude, Brett always
you
lies.
even made a video at the time saying that you were not going to use that against me, and that I fucking was a man of my word and all that shit, and then you just fucking take it back because you just feel like history's multiple choice.
Well,
I can
he
always
deletes the
change
video.
my past to fit my current needs.
Once he deletes the video, it never happened, TJ.
You know, people have memories. Even I have one of the worst memories there is, and even I can catch you in a lie easily
Dude,
a
but
thousand
Ben,
times
people
over.
people pretty much keep all his videos now,
I
so
know.
we could just go back and say, "Oh, Brett, you said this here," and he'll just be like, "No, you know, he just pulled a Trump. Ah, that's not what it means."
That's the real reason he's making this video, is because he doesn't want to. He's afraid. He's afraid to come onto a show with us where we'll dig up all of his old videos and ask him about things that he said. He's a coward.
No, he's just money hungry. He just thinks he can milk the titty one more time.
No way.
He took you from 500 to 1,000. He thought, yeah, man, I can squeeze this titty one more time and it's going to spit out what I want.
No.
But you know what? The titty was dry.
Because I went into that conversation. I can say it now. I went into this conversation like I'm gonna offer him 500. If he tries to talk me up, I'll let him get me to 1,000.
That's exactly what happened.
And that, I mean, I even told you guys this beforehand, I believe.
Yep.
Or maybe I didn't. But I fucking that's what I went in there with. I'm not paying more than 1,000. He was like, "Give me 1,000." I'm like, "Okay, you got 1,000." And you basically just think he's so greedy that he's like, "No, I want 2,000 now." It's
I
like,
think-
no,
I
you're
think
not
he
getting
thought in
2,000.
his brain-
You get you were gonna get 1,000, but since you fucking talk shit, now you're only getting 900. And if you talk any more shit, if you fucking try to ask me again to raise it back up, it's going down to 800, and it's gonna keep on shrinking.
Brett, for fucking 2 hours of your time, who else is going to pay you about like $450 an hour?
Nobody on this planet.
Nobody, dude.
I mean, like, how stupid can you be?
Yeah.
How stupid can you be to turn this down?
And all the people that were like, they broke his camera. Fuck you guys.
It
wasn't his camera.
We paid for that. Scotty paid for that.
Not only that, but here's us giving him the opportunity to have that plus a brand new everything he needs to make his channel better, to make his content better.
Sure.
All we want is a couple hours of your time, Brett.
Yeah, Brett. I mean, but not to mention, you recently got $1,000 from TJ. Why didn't you buy this camera then?
Who is turning down $450 an hour? Who turns that down?
Dude, Brett has the money for all this shit. Brett, it's like, what is this really for? I mean, like, we'll never know, of course, but it's just like, come on, Brett. Like, this is like you don't need this camera. What do you really need? What is it you really want?
Brett, you're so sad.
TJ, I need you to come on a podcast. Sorry, the late notice on this. We'll offer you $450 an hour. You want to do it?
Yes. I'm going to do it.
For 2 hours. It's, clean $900.
I would probably do it.
They might insult you, TJ. Is that okay with you for $450 an hour?
But the thing is, like,
they may insult you, but it's $450.
I mean, like, I would probably do it.
Yeah, I would too.
But like, the thing is that
in a heartbeat,
I even have room to say no to it because to me, it's not even that much. But to Brett, who's supposedly so broke that he fucking needs to beg for cameras and shit, how can you pass up this lucrative of an opportunity? I don't get that, Brett. I mean, like, how could you possibly say no to that?
Yeah, it's like you're asking Brett to do anything weird or illegal or anything.
It's not even it's not even something that's going to be seen by the entire. Like, we've fucking made fun of you in front of hundreds of thousands of people. This is something that would be seen only by people who are willing to pay for it. So this wouldn't even be seen by as many people. We'd be paying you money just to take some shit in front of like 5,000 people that already hate your guts anyway. What do you give a shit what they think? They already don't like you. They're going into it not liking you.
These are your biggest fucking fans, Brett. Come on.
I mean, not to mention...
What's even the humiliation?
The chance to defend yourself.
Yes.
Against all the accusations that we throw live.
Yeah, like, we're going to watch your videos, and we're going to talk shit about them, and you're going to be there to refute us. You can sit there and be like, you know what, guys? You're full of shit because this, and this.
Don't paint it like it's a torture chamber or some shit. You make a bunch of fucking stupid videos on the internet that you would die to have exposure. We're offering that exposure plus a bunch more cash that you were going to get for those fucking videos ever anyway. What's the fucking... Like, all you have to do is defend the shit that you put on your channel.
But you can't.
You can't do it. That's why he's so fucking
Everybody's
scared.
Like, Brett's going 3-on-1, man. It's going to be 4-on-1. 4-on-1. Fuck you. All he's got to do is have a coherent defense of the shit that he spends all day, every day doing.
The sad thing is, he doesn't.
That's the low bar that we set here at the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Dude, fuck that. Brett can't even discuss his ideas. Like, I guarantee if he played one of his videos, like, Brett, what were you talking about? He doesn't know. Even he won't know. He's like,
If you just ask him, if you just take a statement from his videos and just ask him about it, like, ask him to go more in depth on a certain thing, it'll just, I guarantee the answer will be the most meandering gibberish you've ever heard in your life.
You know, now that we know Brett's not going to do the interview, and like, me and TJ didn't, like, we knew instantly when, like, well, we have an interview opportunity with Brett. Right. It was never like, let's go to this drama. It was like, let's just reveal what a fucking unenlightened idiot this guy is and just ask him, like, what do you think about, what's going on in Syria right now, Brett? Like, what is your opinion on that? Just ask him some world questions. Ask him some questions, like, about, like, space and time and reality, and just, like, get a gauge of, like, where Brett really is in his, like, his meager development. And just let him expose himself for what a fucking retard he is, because Brett has such an ultra high opinion of himself, where he's like, I'm really smart, I'm really in the know, I'm really getting one over on all these people all the time, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, because it's Brett Keane.
And if he thinks he can destroy us, why not just come on? Why not just come on,
It's
dude?
not like we're asking him to fucking present his family to a flaming volcano. Brett, if you do not come on podcast, we cut rope and family is sacrificed to atheist God. Like, we're offering you some money to come on and spend 2 hours defending your own videos from critique and criticism.
Yeah, I mean, like, who could refuse that offer? I mean, I don't think we need to stress anymore how dumb it is if he turns us down.
It's monumentally stupid.
Everyone should go tell Brett, like, look, $900 on the table. How can you pass it up?
You know what? And
do
Brett,
it for your family.
And I demand a retraction from Brett.
Do it for your family.
Shut up. I demand a retraction from Brett. I asked the audience, Brett. It was not me that decided. It was not me that I said, hey, audience, if they would have said send you the camera, I would have sent you the camera. That's not what they fucking chose. They voted. My hands are tied, Brett. Democracy, dude.
Democracy.
Hey, I just confirmed something.
What's that?
On Wednesday, November 2nd show, we're going to have Bearing as our guest.
Bearing.
So that's pretty cool.
Bearing.
Yeah.
Cool. Barron's an alt-writer, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Dusty.
Shit.
He disagrees.
I don't want no alt-right. Alt-right. Oh, no.
And then, but tomorrow we have David Pac-Man, who's on the other side.
Pac-Man.
Me, bitches. I'm high on crack. Want a free base?
I think Evan LaFlavor would know what to say to Brett at this moment. And
I
it's a
feel like
shame.
You're right.
I'm your friend forever.
And it's a shame that we can't speak to Evan LaFlavor whenever we need to.
Man, it's too bad. I could
He
probably...
is God. Shouldn't we be able to just
I have
pray?
lots of questions for David Pac-Man, dude.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Well...
Why are those ghosts so mad at you?
Huh?
What's in those pellets? How do those cherries taste? What's Miss Pac-Man like in bed?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Does she leave the bow in her hair?
I think with Pac-Man sex, you would need the bow, dude.
Maybe.
How else would you know?
I don't know, dude. That's true.
What does it feel like to get really high on one of those power balls? What makes you destroy all the ghosts? Like, what's that buzz like?
Is that PCP? Is that why he becomes invincible?
Angel dust?
Like, you know. Maybe Pac-Man is like a drug-fueled fucking, like the fucking ghosts are just the police, and he just sees them as ghosts because he's so fucking high.
What it is, motherfuckers?
He takes the right tablet, man. He just feels invincible. Fuck goes.
He's just taking
kills the cops,
speed, and then if he needs to fight the cops, he gets a big blob of angel dust.
There you go.
And turns around and mauls all the cops.
Speed. Oh my god. Oh shit, the cops. PCP. Bitch.
Shit, I really want to make this as an actual game now. Like, not now even with Pac-Man, just like, that would be an interesting game. Where you're
No,
just
dude, call it Pac-Man 3, dude.
Okay. You just do a bunch of drugs.
So yeah, David Pac-Man's going to be on.
And Paul will be just as high.
Oh, God. I hope not. Not for David Pac-Man. I have so many questions.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You know it's going to happen.
No, seriously.
Why do we have respected guests on the show? It's just such a fucking drag, dude. We gotta fucking
It's not a
behave
drag,
and shit.
TJ.
You gotta behave. It's so dumb.
Well, maybe we don't behave with David Pac-Man.
Maybe you just need to fucking see. Maybe we'll get him to smoke some weed. We'll get his chill side out. Dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Loosen the fucking tie a little.
Yeah, why would we do anything any different, dude? There's no way. Just be like, yep, this is how the show
spit
goes.
right in his fucking face, dude.
Let your beard grow out as stubble a little bit and give us your inner Jon Stewart.
Show us your neck beard side, David Pac-Man.
Yeah, he's pretty clean shaven.
Show us your neck beard side. We know it's within you. Just say the word cunt.
Just once.
Just blurt it out.
In any context. I would even accept, I do not like using the word cunt.
There you go. Cunt. Cunt, Paul. Paul, say cunt.
Cunt.
I like that.
This is David Pac-Man.
Wow.
Can you see-
He looks really weird from a profile. I always thought he was like a yellow circle.
Dude.
I've never seen him straight on.
He looks like he could be like an incarnation of
one of those little light pellets is right over his right shoulder.
Yeah, there it is, right there. He's looking at it. You know he's about to gobble that shit up in a second, dude. He's about to
Jesus Christ.
I know. What kind of show are we running here?
Yeah.
What a disgrace.
We're not even supposed to be doing a show.
This show shouldn't even exist. 288.5. What the fuck?
Dude, Paul's descent into madness is just like awesome.
I love Paul's descent into madness, dude.
I'm so stoned though.
Oh yeah, dude, we fucking told you. Paul has not smoked any weed for 2 weeks, and I'm like, when you came here, I'm like, dude, I was like, legit, you haven't smoked in 2 weeks? He's like, legit. And I was like, oh fuck.
I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? Like, just real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Back in Texas, the type of stuff I get, the last time I went like a week or longer without having smoked, like I build up tolerance pretty quickly. Like after a week, I'm pretty much like I can get really high. So I took a couple of hits too many of that. And I got too high where I was like, oh man, I'm having a panic attack. I've smoked like 18 times that much weed in the last 15 minutes. And it's been over a month since the last time I smoked.
Yeah, dude, because like I think all of us are really high.
I'm not having a panic attack. I'm just super fucking high.
The weed here is really good.
Seattle.
And you've smoked a ton. Like
strange you love.
Dude,
Seattle is the greatest state.
Paul smoked indica, sativa, and high.
It's not even a state. It's a city. But it's a state right now.
Dude, that's why I rolled out the indica, Paul, because we did all sativa, Paul. Then I'm like, let's smoke this fucking indica. Then it was like, okay, yeah, we're at the right level now.
I'm Paul Papadopoulos. That's my name.
Papadopoulos.
Paul, I have to admit, you'd be a lot cooler if that was your
Riding
name.
the coattails of TJ's fame. My name is Paul Papadopoulos. That's my name.
No, that's not true. That's not
you
true.
Should
That's
read,
me and Ben.
You should read some Reddit shit, TJ.
I should read Reddit shit?
Yeah, that'd
From
be
the subreddit?
great. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's bring the subreddit into this.
Let's do it.
Well, we have examined every other part of the corpse. Now let us examine the asshole. Only the anus remains.
Just a nice and dramatic one.
We were all wrong about the weed. I think at least Paul is absolutely hysterical while he's high. This surprise episode has been hilarious, especially Paul.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
that's
don't think
positive.
this show has gotten worse since the move. I just hope Paul stays there permanently. Ben has been laughing a lot more, and that makes me really happy.
Aw, dude, the subreddit is giving us a big fucking cuddle box now.
How nice.
Dude, I feel all comfy and warm.
What the fuck is this shit? All right, I want. Where's the old hateful subreddit? I don't want this fucking
Fuck
convoluted
them.
shit.
Paul should go home.
Go home, Paul.
There it is.
Get out of here. All right, here's one. TJ says sit there just as many times, if not more, than Brett.
Oh,
and it really bothers me. Surely the other peasants must have noticed on at least a few occasions. Someone on the show should call him out on it. Maybe they should embarrass him a little. Also, in the recent episode, TJ unironically said sit there and situation in the same sentence. No one said a word. Get in there, Paul. Shame him.
That's a legitimate criticism. I'm too high. Like I guess
was
what
good.
we've established here is that if you're at a level of high enough, you can be cured of Brett Keanitis. So situation and individual used in the same sentence is just like it used to be before the whole Brett Keane thing at a certain level of intoxication.
Yeah,
Indeed.
bitch.
We've proved it scientifically in front of a live audience.
Ooh.
I think we've proven that you can smoke a shit ton of weed and still do things.
They're all happy because we're doing this show, dude. It's just because it was a surprise show and Paul's here, dude.
And Paul is insane. You know, like
Paul is.
I don't even know if we want to get into what Paul said upstairs, man. Do you guys?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to go there, man.
Paul was calling for the genocide of all religious people.
I was not.
Yes, he was.
Like, not personally, though.
Oh, yeah, let's hear this.
Come on, Paul. You gotta tell people the truth.
I was just thinking, like, I've been talking a lot lately about how, like, I'm ready for the nukes, right?
Yeah.
And that's actually a pretty good summation of my position. If I'm honest, I don't think that I don't think we're going to make it, guys. I think that eventually we're all going to die of something. And we're not going to take the measures necessary to get off this planet and colonize other worlds in the galaxy to avoid that. So we're pretty much a dead fucking species at this point. Right? That's my position. So I think we're done. So I was talking about, like, well, what's the other end of that? What's the most optimistic view of that? What's the utopian view of that? And one of those is like, we got to get rid of borders. Now, I know, like, everybody's like, oh, shit, he wants a global society. Yeah. I kind of do. I'd kind of rather have a global society than a society chopped up into arbitrary little liver-looking chunks.
In Star Trek, they have
where people hate each other.
Star Trek has
Because
global society.
I was born on this arbitrary chunk. But your people from that chunk fuck from my people. Do I think humanity would be better off without that? Yeah. So I kind of do away with it.
No more borders.
And there are obstacles in the way of that, and religion is one of them. Is there a net positive to religion? It could be argued that the answer to that is yes. I'd listen to argument on that. My personal feeling is that it's at a net negative, like 0-0 for humanity, and possibly like way fucking below.
So you just feel like we're stuck in anachronistic bullshit at this point?
Yes.
I agree with you.
It's all the same shit, going all the way back through human history. And
break the cycle, man.
And we're
break
doing
the cycle,
good.
mankind.
Like, there's some part of us that's doing good. We've created amazing technology. I'm old. I grew up in the fucking 80s and 90s. I saw the first personal computers. And now I'm sitting in front of a thing that I didn't even imagine would exist back then. I mean, it's like that level of cool to me. Not anymore, because I've seen it before. But you know what I mean? Like, it's that jump of technology.
Yeah, it's progressed pretty crazy.
And if we were focused on that, if we got rid of all these borders and decided that all these different cultures were fine to practice, but not something that you would ever push on another person, and we all came together with this singular idea that we're going to take this idea of technology and we're going to make it the central focus of everything that we do as a global society, and we're going to take care of everybody in the process.
You're basically just describing the plot of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And there's a little spark of hope in me that thinks that if we all just like came to think like that tomorrow and made that our central focus, we'd survive. But the reason that I don't say that that's my real political position is because I think the chances of that happening are so minuscule that they're not even considerable. So I go with the nuke option.
Nuke.
Reboot. Let natural selection pick an insect. Let the cockroach have its chance at 1 billion or 2 years of evolution. Let's see what they do.
They build a utopian society.
Who the fuck knows?
Peace and prosperity.
Who are we to say that we're the best fucking evolution can do? We're overdue on a meteor, people. And we ain't done nothing to defend ourselves from it.
That is true. Well, maybe a little.
But we're the best thing that evolution ever did.
Anywhere in the entire universe, probably.
Anywhere on any planet in any universe, humanity. Humanity. The manatee.
Manatee. All right.
Dude, that was one thing that always did annoy me about Star Trek, though, is like the humanity was basically like the best species. We just always go around and like, man, this other species is fucked up. Glad we're past all that shit.
I don't buy that bullshit.
The Vulcans were better in many ways, though.
True.
I don't buy that bullshit.
But most of the species we encounter are just like, oh, they're idiots, and we have to settle their disputes for them.
I mean, I think that all this shit that we're talking about that would kind of need to disappear for this society to happen, religion, I think that would be our weak spot.
I like the Romulans.
To be honest with you, we just run across a fucking colony of insectoids that was just like, we reproduce for the hive. There's no like dogma. There's no like, my God said that it's bad for me to get a baby up in me and get rid of it before 17 weeks. They're just like, we reproduce, we grab resources, we take them back to the hive. Look, little weak monkey resources with small, tiny weapons. We will consume them into the hive. That's way more possible than a Vulcan. And where I come from. But I'm a pessimist.
That'd be awesome. I want to see that.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
I think it's time to wrap it.
All right.
Is it really?
It's been over an hour.
Oh.
What time is it? Or how long have we been doing this?
Let's see, an hour and 24 minutes.
Whoa.
Cool. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That ain't bad for like an episode that wasn't supposed to happen at all.
Yeah, that we just made on a whim. See, that's the thing. When Paul's here, we can just make whim episodes.
When we have our studio space,
yeah,
there will be extra content happening quite often.
Oh yeah, we want to up the level of our content even further. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this crazy little episode 288.5.
Yeah, thank you.
If you
guys.
enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let other people in the fandom know about it, and tell other people that don't even know who the fuck we are. Because why the fuck
call this
not?
like a trip through Paul's psyche, man.
Well, that's one part. I think it was it was Dusty, and then Brett Keane, and then Paul's views. Paul's crazy, eccentric, wild views.
I'm not really surprised by Paul's views.
No, I pretty much agree with him.
Yeah.
I don't really disagree with much he said.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Good night.
Peace, everybody.